Standing nice and tall. You might have already used the wall for reference for your mountain pose Tadasana. Let's begin at the crown of the head. Reach up, fall into that space. We're going to breathe into this area. As you exhale, invite this place to open. Now become aware of the space between the eyebrows, behind your eyes. Breathe in deeply. As you exhale, we're going to invite this place to open. Flow down to your throat, the back of your neck. Breathe into this place when you're ready to. Long exhale out, inviting your neck to relax and open. Become aware of your heart. Breathe into your heart. As you breathe out, open in all the directions. Flow down to your abdomen, around the navel area, a little bit above that, and breathe in. Breathing out, inviting this place to open. Becoming aware of the space between the navel and the pubic bone, and breathing into there. And then the place at the pelvic floor. Breathe into your pelvic floor. As you exhale, allow this place also to relax. Perhaps your legs soften somewhat. We'll take the weight into the left foot. We're going to circle out the right ankle. 3 breaths here, one direction, and then the other. So this evening's class, and then if you're ready, you can take the knee up, circle out the lower leg. This evening's class, we're going to embody the Shiva energy, and we're going to go into it via the Divine Mother, you know, this goddess pose. So if you've done both sides, if you've done both of those, you can put that foot down. We'll start on the other side. We'll take up the left foot and we're circling out the ankle. So we've been talking about in the previous classes already. I've been talking about a bit of a one-sided conversation this. About how this Nataraj statue is a symbol for an inward thing, you know, and not just an inward thing, but a cosmic, spiritual, psychological property of creation, destruction, and genesis all over again. And that one's work is to continuously be suppressing the egoic forgetfulness. That's what that sort of the little guy that the Shiva is standing on. That's what he represents, forgetfulness. So if you've done both sides, just circle out the ankle, circle out the hips. Nice, and then we'll go the other way if you're ready. Nice. Take hands onto shoulders. We'll make big circles in one direction. Pointing elbows up to the ceiling if they get there. Not to worry if they don't. And then the other way. Nice. We'll take the arms out, the palms facing up to begin with, and we're just going to circle out the shoulders one way and then the other. We're going to give ourselves a hug. Let's wrap our arms around ourselves. Notice which is the top elbow. Lift the elbows a little higher. Give yourself a hug. Breathe into your back body. Nice. On the in-breath, you're going to open the arms, and this time that elbow is going to be underneath. You're going to give yourself another hug. Notice what happens if you lift the elbow, the bottom elbow. Breathe in, take the arms nice and wide. We're going to keep the arms lifted, palms facing ceiling, so palms facing up, fingers pointing up. Little squeeze of the tailbone under. Breathing, breathing, breathing. We'll take a full breath in As you exhale, come back to your center line. Perhaps you choose to bring your hands together to your heart center. Shake out the legs. Shake out your arms if you feel you need to. Let's begin with the sun salutation. But before we do that, we'll acknowledge the outward space around us. So we're standing nice and tall, lifted slightly away from the chest, little tuck of the tailbone, and acknowledge your space, the room that you're in. Notice the emptiness at the sort of head level around you, the emptiness. There's no furniture there. There's no floating furniture. Space either side of you, behind you, the emptiness. Full breath in, abdomen, ribs, collarbones, long breath out. When we breathe in, we're taking that empty, spacious quality within ourselves as well. The lungs inflate. Breathing out. Continue to breathe. Full breath in, long exhale out, everything flowing out. The next time we breathe in, we're going to hold the breath. Full inhale. Lift up your pelvic floor, keep it lifted. We're not going to go for the Guinness World Book of Records, don't worry about it. Just hold this breath, and then when you feel you're ready to, you're going to depress the right nostril out of the left. Not when it's urgent. We're going to do that 2 more times, so you get a chance to practice it. Just breathe right naturally, full inhale, long exhale. Okay, if you're ready to, let's take a full set of lungs. So feeling the abdomen, the breath will come into the ribs, they'll separate, collarbones, neck and face. Lift up the pelvic floor, keep it lifted. Hold the breath. Just whenever you feel you're ready to, we depress the right nostril out of the left. Another few breaths. If you're ready, a full breath in, deep breath into the abdomen, follow the breath. Lifting up at the pelvic floor. We depress the right nostril out of the left. A couple of things, just as we stand here. You might have noticed suddenly, mind is a little sharper. This quality of inward and outward is suddenly perhaps experiential now. You can feel that outward space, the inward space. We'll bring the palms of the hands together and honoring that teacher within, honoring that space within, that conscious aspect. When you're ready to breathe out, let's release the hands. Palms out and up, the palms to meet up overhead. Keep the attention on yourself as you breathe out. Split the hands, bend the knees, hinge from your hips for a forward fold. So the wiggly nature of the mind, it will be that it'll want to come up. That's okay, we let it wriggle. We come up on the in-breath, on the out-breath. Fingertips touch down, your right foot to step back. Breathe deeply. When you're ready, we'll plant the hands, we'll step the left foot back for a plank. First one, maybe of the evening, so be sure to be bending your elbows, knees, chest and chin to come down. We'll land on the abdomen. Take your time, there's absolutely no rush, can be several breaths. Roll your shoulders onto your back, kneecaps lifted, squeeze the buttocks muscles. Let's now tuck the tailbone through and use the muscles in your back to lift you up. On the out breath, we'll come right the way down. We're going to tuck the toes under, push onto knees. Let's meet in downward dog. First one, so we won't be here for a terribly long time. Lifting the heels, we're going to take the right leg up. We'll breathe out, Step the right foot through. Breathe in to look forward. Remember the breath. Exhale. Step your left. Fingertips touch down. In breath. Exhale. Out. Hands come home. Full inhale when you're ready to. Exhale. Release the hands. Let yourself ground. Float your arms out and up on the in-breath. Out-breath. Split the hands. Follow the breath as it leaves as you begin to hinge and surrender forward. In-breath. Rolling shoulders onto back. Out-breath. Fingertips touch down. Left foot to step back. Breathing in deeply. When you're ready, you'll plant the hands. Step the right foot back for plank. On your next exhale, knees, chest, and chin, maybe. Let's make our way to abdomen. Roll the shoulders onto your back. Tuck your tailbone under, and then, rather than coming straight up, think of extending forward and up so that the vertebrae in your spine line up and the muscles can help you. On the out breath, we'll come right the way down. Push back to downward facing dog, perhaps onto knee first. Full inhale. Long exhale. In breath, your heels to lift, your left leg to come up. Step the foot through. Breathe in to look forward. Let's breathe out and step the right foot forward. In breath, we're out and up. Opposite breath, exhale. Bringing it back home. Full breath in. Exhale out, release the hands. You might notice that your body prefers you to soften here. Or you may be like really clear in your transmission and arms might be straight up as you come out. Both are good. Breathe out, separate the hands. Bend your knees. As long as it's done with awareness. In breath, shoulders onto the back, back of the chin. Out breath, fingertips touch down, your right foot to step back. Let's stay in this lunge for 2 breaths. You might just choose to squeeze the right buttock just a little to feel that stretch of the pelvic area. If that's too for you, we'll plant the hands, we'll step the left foot back. Breath in. On your breath, knees, chest, and chin, will now make a press up. Shoulders onto the back, point your toes, lift the knees behind kneecaps, and then we're scooping kind of up and forward and up. Shoulders are down away from the ears. Let's come right the way down. We'll tuck the toes under, reverse press up, maybe on the knees first, into down dog. In breath, both the heels up, your right leg up. Out breath. Through. Breathe in, maybe you decide to lift your left knee higher this time. Up to you. On the out breath, we'll step the left foot forward. Fingertips touch down. Breathing in, we're out and out breath. Hands come back home. Find your feet underneath you. Breathe in fully and lift your heart. Breathe out, release your hands, let your heart open again. In breath. Arms out and up. Out breath, bowing to your heart as you forward fold. In breath, up halfway. Out breath. The left foot comes back this time. We're here for 2. You might notice you can squeeze the left hip slightly back. Sorry, the right hip slightly back, the left hip slightly forward to square up the hips in the pelvis, and then we'll step back into planks. Breath in. On your breath out, knees, chest, and chin. Pull down like a press up. Take a moment to roll your shoulders onto your back, to point your toes, kneecaps lift. On the in-breath, we come up. When you're ready to breathe, you can make your way back into downward facing dog. In breath, both the heels up, it's the left leg we're lifting. So we breathe out, we'll step the left foot through. You might notice you can just take that left hip back, the right hip slightly forward and lift up at the right knee. Let's now step right foot forward. Breathe really deep in breath. Feel that force, that power in your thighs, your glutes. Well done, well done. Let's take these few breaths to cool off. We'll release the hands. Actually, the Nataraja, so that pose, just for I think one or two that are quite new to it. We're going to do it later today. It's actually bit of a. He's standing on one leg, one foot. He's standing on this dwarf, and that dwarf, I forget his name. Lots of syllables, basically, represent the symbol doesn't say. It's not a kind of like a destruction. It doesn't want to destroy that. That's the reality of it. What the hand up, arm facing forward says, that's a reminder. It's okay. Everything's okay. It's okay to be still. In that stillness is the power. Is that power? We're going to work with that. Allow yourself to become that brave warrior, facing all the challenges in your day, in your life. Heart open, palms forward, no weapons. When you're ready, we're going to roll thumbs back, arms out in that warrior one. We'll have the palms meet. As you exhale, hands to heart, your right knee to lift. Breath in, please. As you breathe out, release the hand, step the foot back. Heel lift up, squeeze the buttocks muscles. When you're ready to lift your heart, show that with your arms. Some of us may prefer to here interlace the fingers and have the index fingers pointing up toward your ceiling. And sometimes help to straighten the arm, take the shoulders back and down. On the out breath, warrior two, your left hand in front, your right hand behind. Hold on. We'll tuck up the tailbone, heart is lifted. It's almost like you're trying to take the shoulders back behind you. Peaceful warrior. Left palm faces the ceiling, left fingers point up toward the ceiling. We're going to sink into the left knee and then lean a little bit further back, just for the room there. On the out breath, left elbow to left knee, pin the right shoulder back, and on your in breath, take your right arm up. Beautiful. On your out breath, perhaps you take bicep by ear. Nice. Yeah. So I can see that little right shoulder there. You did a good thing when you brought it back. Okay, on the in breath, back into warrior two. Well done. On the out breath, once again, left hand down, right hand over the top, hands touch down, right heel pivots off the floor, push back into plank. Knee, chest, and chin touch all the way down. Shoulders onto your back, cobra. Squeeze the buttocks muscles. Exhale, let's come right the way down. Push back, downward facing dog. In breath, your left leg to lift. Out breath, will bend the knee, step foot through. Strong legs now. We're going to lift right up into warrior one again. Squeeze the right buttock muscle, full in breath. On the out breath, drop the left arm down by your side. Reach up with your right arm and then lean over to the left. Breathe deep into the abdomen. In breath. Back up to center. Left arm comes up. Out breath. Both hands to your heart. Lean forward. Bravely step into your future. Into the next present. Breath in. Breath out. Release. The thing with the hand, the palm facing forward is saying it's all right. It's always all right. Provided we identify with that timeless self. So if we get lost and we become forgetful like the squirming little guy, then it's probably not all right. Probably not all right being stood on. So how do we become that embodiment of that timeless? By choosing the present moment, noticing the flow of thoughts, taking the weight into the right foot, in breath, arms reach out and up, out breath, hands to heart, the left knee to lift, facing that, which is whatever our challenge is on the out breath, Stepping the foot back, lifting the heel, feel the glute engage, float your arms up. Make sure to interlace fingers, have the index fingers pointing up towards your ceiling. Take the shoulders back and down. Chin is slightly lifted away from chest as well. When you're ready to breathe out, right hand in front, left hand behind, warrior two. The left heel will also pivot. Be sure to take your shoulders over the pelvis and bring the kind of rhomboid muscles, those are the muscles in between the shoulder blades, together, kind of almost like they're kind of engaging. But really, we're watching the inner space now. Right palm faces the ceiling. Remember that benevolent, that kindness. We'll point the right fingers up towards the ceiling, left hand down the back leg. Bend your right knee forward a little. Maybe you decide to go a little deeper. Next time we're breathing out, it'll be right elbow to land at right knee. Left hand at the waist to begin with. Pin the left shoulder back and then sweep the arm up. This is the opportunity to keep the left shoulder right the way back. So when you do that, you'll feel a stretch at the left pectoral, and it brings home how much of a heart-opening movement this is. Well done, everyone. Lifting up on the in-breath into warrior two. On the out-breath, right hand down, left hand over the top. Both hands touch down. We pivot the left heel off the floor. Step back to plank. Look at the here. When you're ready, knees, chest, and chin, or down like a press up. Give yourself a little chance to rest if you need it. Toes behind us, kneecaps lifted, thighs and buttocks engaging. Lifting up on the out breath will come right the way down. Tuck your toes under. Perhaps you push back to knees first, or you just make your way back into downward facing dog in your way. Okay, we'll take the left leg up on the in breath. As you breathe out, 4 steps but through. Arms out and up. I think that's my bad. It should be right foot forward. We'll drop the right arm. Reach up with the left and lean over to the right. Big deep breath in, low abdomen. In breath, the back up to center. We'll take the arms up with us. And come home. We'll lean forward. We'll step forward. Let's come and sit together. I'd like to take you through a quick breathing exercise. Any comfortable upright position is a good one. Once you're seated, we'll begin just by feeling our feet. Shins, thighs, pelvis. Now for your attention at the pelvic floor, and about 3 or 4 times, just going to pull up lightly at the pelvic floor and relax it. Just so that you get a sensation for that middle point in your pelvis. Okay. Relax there now. I'm going to keep the attention at that pelvic floor area. Breathe into it. As you exhale, Engage the pelvic floor. Hold this breath out. Whenever you feel you're ready to, we're going to breathe into the pelvic floor. Whenever you're ready to. Relax and breathe in. When you're ready, exhale, breathe. Let that place open. Breathe in, sip the breath in, and now become aware of the space from pubic bone to navel. The next time we exhale, we're going to lift that pelvic floor and pull in this lower area as well. Keep that lift, keep everything gripping. When you're ready to, we're going to relax all of this and breathe. Keep the focus there and breathe just into this area. As you exhale, let this place open and relax. Now become aware of your abdomen. Take a full breath into your abdomen from navel to sternum. As you breathe out, let your abdomen relax. Nothing more than that. Now we're going to breathe, keep that breath out, hold that breath out. When you're ready to breathe in, breathe into just this point from navel to sternum. Now become aware of your heart. From the pelvic floor all the way up to your heart, breathe deep. When you reach your heart, lift your heart. Now as you exhale, allow your heart to open. Breathe in, lift your heart. Breathe out. Give it permission to open. Let it know it's safe. We're going to lift the heart right up to the throat. Breathing out. Opening there. Now keeping the attention at your neck and throat area. Breathe into your neck. Exhale fully. Hold this breath out. Breathe into your neck when you're ready to inhale. Breathe in. Draw your attention up with the point between the eyebrows, behind the eyes. Exhale. Hold the breath out. Breathe in. Become aware of the space at the crown of your head and just keep the attention there, breathing naturally. Whenever you feel you're ready to, we'll softly open the eyes and we'll meet standing up. There's no rush. You just do that when you're ready to come up. When we breathe in this way, we're working with subtle channels called nadis. And the net result is that one begins to center themselves through this sort of middle channel of ourselves. We spend all day kind of like that Nataraj statue, energy flowing out. Just for a moment, we contain that energy. That's all we did. We're going to come up to standing, and in a moment, we're going to take a goddess pose. So we'll be taking a wide sideways step. So whenever you're ready, on the in-breath, let's take the arms out and up. And as you breathe out, bring your hand home to the center line and lift your right knee. Deep breath in, On the out breath, we're going to split the hand and step the right foot back. We'll inhale, we'll take the arms up. As you exhale, turn to the right, and you have to pivot your feet. We'll take the arms wide. Perhaps you choose to interlock them. We're not going to turn this into a forward fold, just halfway. Shoulders away from the ears. Let's play with our weight a little. We'll bring our weight forward into the pads of the feet. We're here for 2 breaths. Really nice. Release the fingers, take the hands to your hips, bend your knees, scoop the chest up so we come up to standing. Now, just check how wide you are with your feet, like too wide in this goddess pose, and it's a big commitment to stay in, you know, so you might have to walk your feet in a little, and then from there you can always go out. So we're going to scoop the pelvis under, we're going to sink into our knees. The thing will be that knees will want to come in and forward. Keep them going back. So you've got to really open backwards. So this is like the work that we did last night. Then we're stretching out these muscles. Scoop the pelvis in, we'll lift it up. We'll take the palms facing up. No weapons. Well done, everyone. Shoulders onto the back, head, chest lifted. We'll bring the arms all the way up, palms meet overhead. So now we are embodying that divine mother. Deep breath in. That creative power, that which is receptive. On the out breath, hands come home to the center line. Full inhale. Exhale. We'll take the thumb and index finger together and press the hands outward. So it's fierce, right? Use stillness. When you're ready, left palm to land at left knee, right arm to come all the way up, reach up and then lean over to the left. Well done. In breath, back up to center. We'll release the right hand to right knee, left arm to come up. In breath, and back up to center, hands come home into the middle of your chest, straighten the legs. Well done. Well done. And we exhale, we're going to release the hands. On the in-breath, we'll bring the arms out and up, sink into your knees again. As you exhale, hands come home. Full inhale. On the out-breath, once again, the arm movers, so the thumb and index finger together. The other fingers pointing up toward your ceiling. You'll feel a stretch at the forearms and the shoulders are back and down. Well done, everyone. We'll take one more full inhale. On the exhale, hands into your heart center. We'll come back up. Lean into, bring your left toes forward and we'll just take a sideways step. Yeah. Let's release. From here, we're going to go into our chair pose. So let the hands back behind us. When you're ready to breathe in, hands come forward, sink into your thighs. Quite natural that your bum will stick out behind you. That's a good thing. We want to tuck through a little, lift up your chest and chin. Always good to feel what's happening at your midriff. Notice if one side is more committed than the other, and see if you can sort of line your shoulders up. The next time you exhale, we'll hinge from the hips, forward fold, fingertips might touch the floor. In breath, come up halfway. Exhale, both hands down, we'll step the right foot back, and then the left. Full breath in. On the out breath, knees, chest and chin to come right the way down. And we'll come up into cobra. On the out breath, we'll come down, tuck the toes under, up and back, downward facing dog. Really nice. Let's bend the knees a lot. We'll walk the hands back toward ourselves. And everybody except for like Brenda and me, we're not going to go full fold. We'll come up halfway. But if you want to just prefer to sort of work the muscles in your back and just want to get a little bit of a continue with the strength aspect, then come up halfway. But it might just feel nice to get that forward fold and get a nice relief in your back too. Do remember to keep your knees bent, whichever option you've taken. Nice. That's all of us then. Come up halfway. On the out breath, fingertips will bend the knees, fingertips touch the floor. In breath, we're out and up through the arms. Out breath, hands come back onto the center line. Let's make our way to the middle of our mat. We're going to do the same little sequence we did yesterday. If you're ready to. So you have the choice of coming up onto one, taking one foot off the floor. That'll be the alternative. If you're ready, we'll take the hand back behind us. We'll sweep the arms forward and we're back into this awkward chair pose. It doesn't feel like it, but this is a great core stabilizer. Of course, the further you sink into your knees, the more awkward it gets. You did it yesterday, and if you have any kind of a knee complaint or any kind of injury, that means anything that might compromise you, then stay in your chair pose. Otherwise, wait until the left foot, right foot to lift, open the left knee. Brenda, put your foot down. If you've taken the foot off the floor, hands can come into your heart center. Lean your chest forward, you'll feel that stretch in the right hip. Hold on, everyone, keep breathing, keep committed to the breath. Mind will waver, that's okay. On the out breath, you're going to stand up and come immediately into tree. But the version of tree with the foot is on the floor. Let's take the arms up. When you're ready to open your heart, you can show that with the branches of your tree. On the out breath, we'll bring both the hands home to the center line. Right, so right foot's going to step away and land. We're going to bend into the right knee. Come up onto your left big toe, and then sweep the left toe across in front of you and then up. And the left toe is pointing away. Your right leg is bent. The left palm faces you and points down, the fingers point down. The right hand faces forward, and your arms are slightly away from you. Full inhale, long exhale. The work is all in the standing leg. Very nice, everyone. We'll take 2 more breaths. Nice. Come back over the center. The right goes forward. I find it helpful to, in between, to just take attention to the tip of the nose, the breath. Notice where you might be gripping in your body, and if it's available to relax there, to relax it. But if it's choosing not to, fine. Awareness is good enough. There's a power in that pose, you know, because it takes a little bit of fierceness. There's a rush of heat as well, and that kind of fire, you know, this tapas, that's what that fire is called. So in his second right hand, you know, so the right hand is pointing forward, but he's got like another second hand. Actually, I'd say he's quite androgynous. That hand is holding this fire. That fire is this, it's called tapas, it's fire which burns with no fuel. And it's that which, that movement, that life-giving aspect, that's what it represents. Okay, once again, this awkward chair pose. If you're ready, we'll take the hands back up behind us. You exhale, sinking into your thighs, taking the hands up. Little tuck to the tailbone, chest and head lifted. If you did it on the other side, you might want to do it on this side. Right foot will be one we lean over. The left foot we're taking off onto the right knee. As you do that, do take your toes back behind you. Don't have to do this version, but if you have, you can bring your hands into your heart center and then lean your chest forward. As soon as you do that, because it's a lever stretch, it works much like pigeon. Well done, everyone. Keep breathing, keep breathing. Very nice. Okay, we're going to come up and we're going to take free pose immediately. Wonderful. So a little engagement there at the right buttock muscle will help to get the kink out of the hip, you know. This is nice, but it's not the version. That's not what we're going for just yet. Perhaps if you're ready to, we can take the arms up overhead. Full breath in, long breath out. So a lot of your one's resources are called on just because of the different muscle groups that are being called into play. Keep finding the stillness with the breath. If you're ready to open your heart, you can show that by opening your arms. Well done, everyone. The next time we breathe out, we'll bring hands into the heart, center again. And so we're stepping the left foot off to the side and then down, bending into the left knee. Quickly actually come up onto your right foot from here. But you'll notice that your left knee is pointing off to the left slightly, but your torso is still dead ahead. Okay, so that beautiful sweeping movement. You point the toes away. When you're ready, it's the right hand reminding us there's grace, and that's what the foot represents. The hand that's pointing down to the right foot, and that's reminding us of grace. That there is grace in the stillness. Breathing in, we'll come back through center. We're into our mountain pose. We're standing. Let's continue our flowing together. So we're standing tall. The weight will come into the left foot. When you're ready, lift up over your center line, and we'll take our arms out and up. Breathing out, hands to heart, your right knee to lift. On the out breath, we're going to step the right foot back, and on the in breath, we'll take the arms up. On the next out breath, hands through the center line, and we'll have the right knee touch down. Full breath in, the long breath out. On the in breath, both the arms to come up. Squeeze your right buttock muscle. And the next time we breathe out, we're going to drop the left arm. Right elbow will bend. Twist to the left. Breathing deeply. As you exhale, hinge forward. So your right elbow is outside the left knee. Now bring your left hand over the top. Palm to meet with palm. and hand into the middle of your chest. Head is lifted up and back. We're looking behind us. One more breath. On the in-breath, we'll unpin elbow, come back through center. On the out-breath, let's take both hands to frame this front foot. You have a choice. You might just want to point your right toe behind you now. We'll take right hand, keep the right hand where it is, and take the left hand onto the left knee. We're going to bring our left foot out to the edge. So we're going to move the left foot to the side, to the left, so that you're on the pinky toe side of the foot. The sole of your foot will come off partially off the mat. Then you can push your hips forward. Lean your chest back. On the out breath, back through center, move slowly. We'll take both hands down. We're going to tuck the right toes under, lift up the right knee. We're back into downward facing dog. Just breathe in, lift both the heels. We'll take the left leg up. Out breath, bending the knee, stepping the left foot forward. You might choose to take a baby step forward with your right hand, right foot. That's wide. Otherwise, we can just step right up and come into our warrior three. We'll bend the left leg, step the right foot next to your left, hands through to your heart center. We're standing tall. Let's release the hands as you breathe out. Weight into the right foot. Breathing in, we'll take our arms out and up. Breathing out, hands into your heart center, your left knee to lift. Full breath in. On the out breath, we'll step the left foot back. Releasing the hands. On the in breath, we can pick the arms up. Out breath, hands together. Slowly, slowly lower your left knee to your mat. So both the thighs engaging, particularly the left buttock as well. On the in breath, we'll bring both the arms up. You can turn it into a little back bend if you wanted. And then we'll drop the right arm. Bend your left elbow. Twist to your right and then hinge forward. So the elbow is outside the knee. Then your right hand keeps over the top. As you press the hands one into the other, and also the knee, the right knee is pushing into the left elbow. Well done, everyone. We'll take one more breath. On the in-breath, unpin, let's come back through center. As you exhale, we'll bring the left hand flat, right hand onto the right knee. You might choose to point your left toes back behind you. Right hand is on the right knee. We're pushing that right knee to the right so that the right big toe comes right off the mat. So I'm on the edge, outside edge of my right foot. Then I can push my hips forward and lean my chest back. Looking over the right shoulder. So use your left hand here to distribute the weight so you have control. That means if you need to lean into toward your left, you can take the pressure off this. Breathing in, we'll come back through center. Push the knee back into the center. Right hand outside the right foot. Tuck the left toes under. We'll lift up the left leg back into downward facing dog. In breath, your right leg to lift. Out breath. Step the foot between your hands. Now you may choose to decide to take a baby step forward with the left foot. It's all good. Bring your chest over this right foot and we'll lift ourselves up for warrior three. Keep breathing, keep breathing, keep breathing. Nice. Helpful to take your hand a little higher. That'll help the shoulders onto your back. And Pippa, you're fine. But if you find your hands are low by your side, guys, take your hands back, lift your hands higher. Yeah. Breathing, breathing, breathing. And then we'll take one more breath and we'll step foot next to foot and lift the heart again. So hopefully we've worked up a sort of a bit of a sweat. And there's a little bit of a challenge in there. Having stoked up all this carry on, let's take a couple of little twists before we then further our practice. So we'll do the same twist as we did yesterday, so you're going to be working similar areas. So with this, you have a choice, so we'll have the right leg straight and we can take the left foot over the right knee. So you have three options. The first option would be to just have your right elbow around this left knee. Always a good idea to lean back to activate that stretch on the left hip. That's the first option. Second option is to turn this into a twist by taking the left hand back. Third option is to bend the right knee and twist. So if that takes you off the left sit bone, then this is not for you. It just means that you've got a tightness in your pelvis, and you won't find the stretch because you'll be too tight. If your left sit bone comes off the mat, it means that tightness has taken over and one's ability to stretch it lost. We'll breathe in to come back to the center. Let's do the other side. We'll uncross foot and take the left leg out. You ready? Right foot over the left. You may just choose to just hug the right knee into your center line. A nice stretch. If you want to twist, then you can also take the right hand back behind you. You may also decide to bend the left knee. You want to feel for your right sit bone here. Long inhale. So it's quite possible that we're shallow breathing at the moment, having just had quite a physical exertion. See if you can just slightly prolong the exhalation. Really nice. We'll bring ourselves back to center. Okay. Let's get ready for Shavasana, and after Shavasana, we'll take a little seated meditation together as well. So if you're ready to lie on your back, make yourself comfortable. Find that once the body is relaxed, the mind is much more viable. You feel the need to maybe breathe out of the mouth, and as you breathe out, to let go of anything you may have accumulated over your practice, which is ready to leave. We'll take a breath into the nose, and hit the breath away out of the mouth, maybe. When you're ready, let your attention rest sole of your left foot. We'll take a breath in through the sole of the left foot. Breathing out. Permission for this place to relax. Become aware of your left toes, the top of the foot, the left ankle. As you breathe out, let your left foot relax. Becoming aware of the lower leg, you breathe into the left shin, the calf, and the knee. As you exhale, let your lower leg relax any amount. Breathing into the left thigh, the hamstring, left buttock. Breathing out. Allowing this place to switch off. Making your way to the sole of your right foot, we'll breathe in through the sole of the right foot. As you breathe out, relaxing the right foot. Becoming aware of the toes and then breathing into the toes, top of the foot, also right ankle. Breath out, relaxing the right ankle. Becoming aware of the lower right leg and breathing into the shin, the calf, the knee. Sweeping the breath away, relaxing. Feeling the upper leg and then breathing into the right thigh, the hamstring, the buttock. Breathing out, relaxing the right leg. Feeling for your pelvic area and then breathing into the pelvis. As you breathe out, relaxing your pelvis any amount. Feeling for your low back, breathing into the low back. As you breathe out, feeling for your low back to relax. We'll breathe into the abdomen. As you breathe out, let your stomach relax any amount. Now becoming aware of your upper back, breathing into your upper back. As you breathe out, let your upper back relax. Become aware of your chest, breathing into the chest, the ribs, collarbones and shoulders. We'll breathe out. Soften. Become aware of your left hand, the arm, and breathe into the whole of the left hand and the arm. As you breathe out, allow this place to soften and relax any amount. Become aware of your right side and breathe into the right fingers, all the way up into the shoulder. And we'll breathe out to relax through here. Feel for your neck and throat and let's breathe into there. As you breathe out, relax. Breathe into your chin, jaw, cheekbones, the bridge of your nose and forehead. As you breathe out, let all of the muscles in your face relax. Become aware of your left ear and we'll breathe into the left ear. Breathing out, relaxing the left ear and the left side of your face. And then the right ear. Breathe in through the skin at the crown of the head. with the breath out, relaxing and opening this area. Letting your attention rest at your eyes. And as you breathe into your eyes, and then breathing out will give permission for our eyes to relax and think. Breathing into the optic nerves, left and right. And then breathing into your brain area. Notice your body relaxed. Allow yourself to rest.
From wherever you may be, feel your body here, now, and gather your attention around your body as you breathe in. Become aware of the fingers on one hand and send an instruction for them to move. And then far away on the opposite set of toes, wiggle your toes. Become aware of the fingers on that hand on that side and wiggle your fingers there. And then wiggle the toes on the other foot. In your own time, you may roll out your wrists and ankles in one direction and then the other. And if it feels good to you, have a stretch like you're waking up in the morning, refreshed, rested. In your own time, roll over to your right hand side into a fetal position, and with the help of your hand, draw yourself up into a seated upright position.